You don't need to fix yourself to deserve rest. Calm arrives when you stop asking the moment to be different. You are allowed to exist without improving tonight. The body relaxes when it feels believed. Peace is often the absence of pressure, not the presence of answers. You don't need to understand everything to feel safe. Let the day end without carrying it forward. Your breath knows how to come home. Healing happens quietly when no one is watching. You are not wasting time by resting. You are restoring life. Some clarity arrives only after you stop searching. The soul prefers kindness over urgency. You don't need permission to slow down. Stillness is a form of self-trust. Nothing important is asking you to hurry right now. Peace grows where comparison fades. You are allowed to feel enough without doing more. Calm is the body remembering safety. Let tonight be unfinished. You don't need to solve tomorrow before sleeping. The mind softens when expectations loosen. You are allowed to rest even if others don't understand. Silence can be generous. You don't need to earn ease. Calm is not empty, it's full of space. The present moment is gentler than your thoughts suggest. You can set down the weight without explanation. Rest is where meaning reorganizes itself. You are allowed to stop holding everything together. Peace is often simple once you stop resisting it. You don't need tension to be alive. The body knows when you are being kind to yourself. Let your breath interrupt the noise. You are not behind. You are breathing. Calm teaches what effort cannot. You don't need to replay the day again. The nervous system heals through gentleness. You are allowed to arrive slowly. Peace feels ordinary once it becomes familiar. Nothing essential is leaving you tonight. You don't need to rush clarity. Rest lets wisdom catch up. The soul relaxes when it is not judged. You are allowed to stop trying for a moment. Calm is alignment without force. Let the evening hold you. You don't need to be productive to be valuable. Peace grows when you stop arguing with reality. You are allowed to feel safe in stillness. Nothing is required of you right now. Calm returns when you stop chasing it. You don't need to carry today into tomorrow. The heart settles when pressure leaves. You are allowed to rest inside uncertainty. Healing is attention without urgency. You don't need to prepare for peace. It's already here. Stillness makes room for truth. You are allowed to be unfinished. Calm is a choice you renew gently. The body releases when it feels heard. You don't need to think your way out of tiredness. Rest is not avoidance, it's care. Peace is easier when you stop demanding progress. You are allowed to pause fully. Calm feels lighter than effort. Nothing important is asking you to hurry. You don't need to be strong right now. Healing unfolds when pressure fades. The present moment asks less than you think. You are allowed to let things be incomplete. Calm restores perspective naturally. You don't need answers tonight. Rest teaches trust back to the body. You are allowed to soften without explanation. Peace grows in uncluttered moments. You don't need to carry every thought. Stillness is not empty. It's restorative. You are allowed to stop fixing. Calm deepens when judgment leaves. Nothing is wrong with slowing down. You don't need to rush understanding. Peace arrives when resistance relaxes. You are allowed to choose ease repeatedly. Healing is consistency, not intensity. Calm invites clarity gently. You don't need to solve yourself. The body relaxes when expectations drop. You are allowed to rest before clarity appears. Peace lives in small permissions. You don't need to explain your pace. Calm is self-respect in motion. You are allowed to stop holding your breath. Healing feels quiet once it's real. You don't need to be ready to rest. Peace grows where kindness stays. The mind settles when it feels safe. You are allowed to exist without effort. Calm is strength without noise. Nothing essential depends on rushing. You are allowed to feel enough already. You don't need to earn rest tonight. Peace becomes natural with practice. You are allowed to let the moment pass. Calm returns when you listen inward. Healing is staying, not escaping. You don't need urgency to matter. Stillness trains patience gently. You are allowed to stop rehearsing worries. Peace arrives when you stop negotiating with fear. The body releases when it trusts the moment. You don't need to think harder. Calm protects future energy. You are allowed to choose less. Healing happens in safe rhythms. Peace feels simple once allowed. You don't need to rush becoming. The heart rests when pressure lifts. You are allowed to rest into yourself. Calm makes space for tomorrow. Nothing is asking you to hurry tonight. You don't need to finish the day perfectly. Peace is not a reward, it's a state. You are allowed to feel tired and whole. Calm arrives without announcement. Healing deepens in gentleness. You don't need to control the night. Stillness holds more than effort. You are allowed to be quiet inside. Peace grows where acceptance lives. You don't need to chase rest. Calm settles when you stop pushing. You are allowed to pause without guilt. Healing does not require struggle. The present moment is enough. You don't need to carry the future tonight. Peace feels lighter than worry. You are allowed to let go now. Calm restores trust in yourself. Healing is not loud. You don't need to justify resting. You are allowed to stop measuring yourself. Peace grows when self-judgment fades. Calm invites the body to exhale. You don't need to rush relief. Healing unfolds without force. You are allowed to rest before sleeping. Peace becomes familiar with time. You don't need to fix tonight. Calm settles when you let it. You are allowed to choose softness now. You don't need to think your way into peace. Healing feels safe before it feels clear. Calm is permission repeated. You are allowed to stop striving. Peace arrives when effort rests. You don't need to do anything else. Stillness is an answer. You are allowed to let the day end. Calm is not passive, it's intentional. Healing grows in quiet spaces. You don't need to carry every outcome. Peace lives where pressure ends. You are allowed to rest without plans. Calm teaches the body trust. Healing does not rush itself. You don't need to improve tonight. Peace arrives when you stop resisting now. You are allowed to feel safe in stillness. Calm is clarity without effort. Healing is presence, not performance. You don't need to solve yourself to rest. Peace grows when you soften. You are allowed to stop explaining. Calm returns when you breathe honestly. Healing is letting the moment hold you. You don't need urgency to exist. Peace lives in the pause. You are allowed to slow completely. Calm is the body exhaling. Healing feels gentle when accepted. You don't need to rush tomorrow. Peace settles when the mind loosens. You are allowed to rest deeply. Calm is the absence of resistance. Healing unfolds naturally. You don't need to push tonight. Peace feels simple when allowed. You are allowed to be still. Calm becomes home with practice. Healing completes what rushing breaks. You don't need to carry the day forward. Peace arrives when you let go now. You are allowed to rest into the moment. Calm is trust without words. Healing is staying present gently. You don't need to hurry your life. Peace lives in small pauses. You are allowed to stop holding everything. Calm returns when you choose it softly. And tonight, rest is enough.